Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Tessa Allen, host of Spotlight Radio Show. Have a great show lined up for tonight. It's a special one. I'm doing special shows all this week and next week in honor of Gulf Coast Epilepsy Alliance. So please go to www.gceatx.org to learn more information about it. We're going to bring on a special guest. Blakely, all right, let's go here and add. Okay, let's hit accept. All right. Hi, Blakely.
Hi, how are you?
Welcome to Spotlight Radio Show. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. Can you hear me well?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. It's so exciting. First and foremost, welcome to Spotlight Radio Show Instagram Live. We are brought here together, for Sheena. Shout out to Sheena, Gulf Coast Epilepsy Alliance, which you're a member of.
Yes.
But also your son, Daxton
Mm-hmm.
Morgan.
Yes.
So I just want to start off with saying thank you for coming on to talk with me and to share your story with me first and foremost. So let's just jump right into it.
Okay.
Let's start out your journey with epilepsy brings us here. So how did it start for you? When did it happen for you? When did you know about epilepsy?
So, I've known about epilepsy for a long time. Myself and my husband are both volunteer first responders. So we have came in encounter with it quite a bunch, but it wasn't until my son was born, and he was born with a couple of different medical complex issues, and it wasn't until he was about 10 months old and he had his first seizure. It was an absence seizure, and it lasted about 30 seconds. It was just a routine night. We were going and getting him out of the car, and we just found him unresponsive, just leaning to the side. We couldn't get him to open his eyes or do anything. So we found out about it was like, hey, that was an actual seizure. So we went to the hospital, and then about 2 weeks later, he had his first tonic-clonic. And then about a week later, he actually got diagnosed with epilepsy. And that's a big thing. Yes, he already had a couple of issues, but getting another label on top of a different label, it was very gut-wrenching to me to know that there's something wrong with my child that I can't fix,
Right.
You're just standing there, and you're trying your best you're trying to help them, but there's not much you can do until it just stops.
Right. Yes.
So
Absolutely.
it's been a long road for us. We recently just reset our seizure clock. We made it to 4 months, and we were so excited because we had doubled, because we could not get over 2 months. So we had finally doubled it. And then over the weekend, he had his latest breakthrough seizure. And so we actually went to the neurologist today. So we're upping some of his medication to see if we can get that figured out.
Absolutely. One thing I have, since I met Sheena, just learning, my dad's oldest brother, have epilepsy, but he's in his 70s. So, I'm not around him all the time. I was when I was little, so I didn't know, probably, but my dad didn't know, but they kind of know the old school stuff. Like he was like, my grandmother used to tell him to go get a spoon and put in, under his tongue or in his mouth. And now it's like, no.
Yeah. And now if you walk towards anybody with anything, and you're like, oh, we kind of have an experience with that. Like with Daxton, my dad experienced one of his tonic-clonics, and he was like, I'm afraid he's going to choke on his tongue. So he went to put his finger in his mouth. And I'm like, he's not going to choke, I promise. Just leave him on his side and make sure he doesn't go to his back to aspirate. And he was just like, I feel bad. Like, I want to make sure he doesn't hurt himself anymore. And I was like, we get it, but don't put anything in his mouth. I don't care if it's your finger or not. So
yes. So with epilepsy, there's no certain time, no certain place. It can happen any and everywhere, right?
Yes. So the majority of Daxton's seizures have happened in the evening time or when he's super
Okay.
exhausted.
Okay.
So we were out at Chemo Boardwalk, and he was exhausted, and my mom was trying to get him to lay down to take a nap,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when he went into his first actual tonic-clonic. And then
Okay.
his other tonic-clonics have been us getting him ready for bed, and just
Mm-hmm.
happens to start. So, I mean,
Yes. Yes.
they don't come with a warning. They don't come with the little flag that says,
Mm-hmm.
"Hello, here I
It's
am."
time. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, is there anything that afterwards, after he have a seizure, is there something that how can I say it? Is there something that like they say that most people don't remember?
Mm-hmm.
So is there something that he does like afterwards, like maybe like a lollipop or like a popsicle? Is there anything, something that soothes him?
So he usually just like lays on one of us
Mhm.
until he's fully, completely out of it. He usually takes a
Okay.
nap anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour, just depending on how long
Okay.
the seizure actually was and how much tiring it was. But you
Yeah.
know, we finally have figured out like his cues of when he's completely out of it,
Okay.
and it's just it's different seizures, different things. But yeah, he's a very big cuddler, and I'm pretty sure
Okay.
Sheena loves Daxton because he
Yeah.
cuddles everybody, and
Oh, good.
he is his number one fan.
Yes, yes. Wow. Oh, Daxton. How old is he? Oh, wait, did he just celebrate a
He
birthday?
did. He just turned 3 over the
Well,
weekend. Yes.
he's 3.
He is 3. Yes.
Right. Like from just looking on your Instagram and your Facebook, he seems like he's, I don't know, like 14 and a little bitty body.
Oh yes, his personality.
Hmm.
He is a hot mess, and him and his brother both have gotten their dad's tallness. So I'm
Yeah.
going to be the short mom with tall boys.
Oh, yes. They're gonna take care of you
Yes.
well. That's believe.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. So what is his favorite things? Like what is something like he loves to do? Does he like water? Does he like pets? Do he like sports? What's his favorite channel?
So his favorite TV show is Bluey and
Okay.
Encanto, but his favorite animal is a turtle. But
Oh.
do not get a live turtle and put it in front of him because he will freak out. But he would love to see it from like 10 feet.
Yeah.
He would love to acknowledge it. Yeah, there's a
Okay.
turtle. He's happy about it, but do not get it anywhere close to
Okay.
him.
Okay. That's good to know.
Yes,
Wow. Oh, how awesome. Please give him a hug for me and tell a happy belated birthday. I
yes.
definitely now want to go into when did you become a member of Gulf Coast Epilepsy Alliance? When did you hear about it and what has it done for you guys?
So we actually found it it's been a little over 2 years now.
Okay.
So it would have been 2 years in February.
Oh, wow.
And our it was kind of a just like a our I don't know how to explain it. So we go to this family owned restaurant quite often, and we
Okay.
saw them post that they were doing an out for eat for epilepsy. And we were like,
Mm.
oh, this is interesting. You know, let's see if we
Yeah.
can go and meet some people that have
Mhm.
epilepsy so we can get some, insight. And at
Yeah.
the time, there was a couple of things going on with Daxton's epilepsy journey
Hmm.
that it was, our neurologist was retiring. We didn't have a new one. Our medications were not working. So there was lots of things.
Hmm.
And we walk through that door and we see all of these people in purple. And
Yeah.
then Sheena walks over to the table, and she had already spoken to our family, and my grandmother had gotten information and was like, look, I have a
Yeah.
son, I have a great grandson that has epilepsy, and I would just love to get them in contact with you. And she had no
Yeah.
idea that we were coming. So then
Wow.
when we set up, she was like, "Oh, look, they're here. This is the people I want you to talk
Yes.
to." And so we
Yes.
sat down, and I think we talked for an hour and a half. And Sheena had given me so much information and so many different organizations and
Yes.
nonprofits that could help us. Sheena actually helped us. Gulf Coast Epilepsy actually helped us receive a SAMI device.
Ooh.
So what a SAMI monitoring device is, it's
Yeah.
basically like an upgraded baby monitor, but for
Okay.
seizures.
What?
Yes.
How does
So it's a
it work?
monitor that's hooked up to an iPad
Okay.
that it hangs on the wall, and you point it towards the bed, and if it collects a seizure, it sends it to the iPad and will alert you and save the video of the seizure so you can show it to your healthcare professionals.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. That takes the word from me worrying for you guys at night when you lay down and go to sleep.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
and that's that's another reason why we are so excited to say that we are one of the recipients for the
Yes.
seizure alert dogs.
Yes. Honey, honey.
Yes,
Oh my
honey.
goodness. Okay, so
Yes.
how have you been preparing for that?
Oh, our families and friends, they have rallied around us and helped us start preparing and getting equipment and just getting
Mhm.
ready for hunting. We are all so excited, and we can't wait to go on this journey. And a big shout out to Jana for donating the
Yeah.
dogs, and for Sydney, I
Okay.
can't, for
Sydney.
yes,
Okay.
for donating the services of training the
Yes.
dogs as well.
Wow. Wow. So do you get special training yourself or the dog? How
So
does it work?
so the dog has gotten trained, but yes, I was told that there will be a couple of training sessions that we will go to with a couple of different people to
Okay.
learn like all of her cues and
Yes.
stuff.
Yes. Yes. Earlier I shared a video of a
Yes.
service dog. And when
Mm-hmm.
I seen that, I'm like, I think I need a service dog just for I just want one now because when I go to sleep at night, you never know what happens. Like
Mm-hmm.
I want one now. Like that's
Yes,
amazing.
that TikTok user is a big person that we watch with just how the service dog alerts her, and just
Yes.
the different things that they do together. And it's just quite funny to me that dog sits on top of a refrigerator,
I
just ready to
know.
go.
Yes. I know. I was sharing this to everybody. I was like, you gotta watch tonight. This is so amazing. So I'm Gulf Coast Epilepsy Alliance is awarding you guys a service dog,
Mm-hmm.
honey.
Yeah.
And the dog is, I don't know what kind of dog it
So
is.
it is a sheeperdoodle, a miniature
Sh-
sheeperdoodle.
Sheeperdoodle.
Yes.
Okay. So is sheeperdoodles, I mean, is there a certain kind of dog that goes with like certain disabilities, different
No.
things? It can be any
No.
kind of dog.
I'm not very well versed in that
Hmm.
kind of stuff, but I don't think different breeds are for different disabilities. I just think if you have a breed that is good to be a service dog, that
Okay. Yeah.
they can do any of the different services, I believe. Don't quote me on that. That's
Okay,
just
okay.
what we've
Yeah,
got.
yeah. I can understand that. I can dig that. Yeah, that's amazing. Like I'm so excited for you guys. May 19th,
Yes.
um, for the Epilepsy Expo and the Service Dog I would say recipient Daxton. I mean, he's
Yes.
one lucky
He
guy.
is.
Wow. So will this I do want to talk more about the service dog. The service dog will have a vest or something like
Mhm.
will it have Dax's information or
So
it will say, hey,
So I do know that she'll have a service dog vest. We've actually looked into getting a couple different
mhm,
patches and stuff that says, I'm a working dog, my handler has epilepsy. Like,
okay.
if for some reason he is on the ground, please make
Mhm,
sure he's rolled to his side and stuff like
mhm.
that. But
Yes,
for
yes.
the get go, we just know right now I know that she will come with a vest that says Service Dog. Yes.
Okay. Wow. How awesome. I'm so excited for you guys. I'm so proud to be on this journey. I have never been so excited I feel like to be a part of your community because it needs to be known
Yep.
because I could have it. Someone that doesn't have it can get it, can have it,
So
so that was an
so
eye opener.
it is a very big eye opener. I
Hmm.
actually have an experience with, we were probably about a year into this journey with
Okay.
Daxton and epilepsy, and my cousin calls me. She picks up the phone and calls me, and she's like, Blakely, need to run this by you. I think my son is having seizures. I'm like,
Wow.
okay, what is going on? And she's like, he's just like staring into space for 30 to 45 seconds, and then he has no recollection of what
Yeah.
happened. And I was like, you need to take him to the ER and he needs to be tested for it because
Hmm.
those sound like seizures. And sure enough, she calls me back the next day and they were giving her rescue meds because he was having seizures.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
Hmm.
So I do want to know, with epilepsy, even when my uncle is 70, like, can it be a day where they will not have any seizures, or is it because of the medicine, certain medicine, or,
So
will it be a day where like, oh, it's been a year now?
we hope. We
Okay.
hope that there will be a day that we can
Yeah.
say that Daxton has been seizure free for a
Hmm.
year. But
Absolutely.
with him gaining weight and doing everything, we just have to
Hmm.
make sure that we're maintaining the proper medication dosage so
Okay.
we can keep up with the not having seizures.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Wow, this is amazing. I just feel like, it's kind of like Christmas. You're waiting on that gift or that special something. I just feel like every person I have talked to with epilepsy, the family member has epilepsy. I just feel like they're just super duper special. Just I don't know. It touches my heart. Makes me really excited. I'm so glad to have talked to you. Also, for the event on May 19th.
Yes.
What are you guys wearing?
Oh, you will find us in purple.
Okay, in purple.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Is everything purple? Like from head to toe? I always say my favorite color is blue, but if you go in my room, I got purple laptop. I got a purple this. I have more purple than blue, but I always tell people my favorite color is blue. So will y'all be purple from head to toe?
I don't know if my husband will allow that, but you will definitely find us all in purple shirts for sure.
Okay. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. Is there anything else you want to say? You want to give a shout out to anybody?
Um, Not that I can think of, other than my
Okay.
husband for being the biggest supporter in this journey with us. I could not do it
Yes,
without him
absolutely.
because I mean, he is there for me every minute of the way. Just, it's
Yes,
been a lot for us. So
absolutely.
I appreciate
Absolutely.
him so much.
Absolutely. Well, you stay strong. Shout out to Gulf Coast Epilepsy Alliance
Yes.
for making this happen for your service dog. I'm glad you're a part of the journey.
Yes.
2 years. So happy 2 year anniversary with them
Yes.
as well.
Hmm.
All right. Thank you so much,
Yes, big shout out
Blakely.
to Gulf Coast Epilepsy. We love
Yes,
them so much. Thank you so much for
absolutely.
having me on the show tonight.
You're so welcome. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Give Braxton, give your other son a kiss for me, a hug for me.
Okay.
Yes. Alrighty. Thank you. Bye bye. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining on Spotlight Radio Show Instagram Live with Gulf Coast Epilepsy Alliance member, Miss Blakely, her son, Daxton Morgan. He is a service dog recipient that will be held on May 19th in League City, Texas at Walter Hall Park. It's from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. You can go to www.gceatx.org to get more information, tickets, sponsorships. They have so many events coming up, all the way to, I think, October, even past October, but I know there's an event in October of SUDA. I think it's the third. It's on my calendar, but I am going to it. So if you are someone you know that has epilepsy, having seizures, just reach out to Gulf Coast Epilepsy Alliance As for Sheena, and tell them I sent you. Bye, guys. Thanks for the love. I will be back tomorrow night, probably a little bit earlier. We're going to have another recipient, a service dog recipient. I'll be speaking with the parent and maybe her if it's a little early tomorrow night right here on Spotlight Radio Show Instagram Live. So I appreciate the love. Also, Barbara Weber. Big shout out to her for making it happen. They're going to honor her May 19th at this Paw-tastic event and Epilepsy Expo. All right, guys. Bye.